Hi there everyone, your pal Ralph here with another vlog. So, earlier today, I watched the My Hero Academia movie because it's something that I've been interested in watching ever since getting into My Hero Academia, so since today I really had nothing going on, I decided I might as well take the time to watch it. And yeah, this is going to be the My Hero Academia 2 Heroes recap. There's gonna be some spoilers. This review recap, whatever, it's probably also not going to be like as long as like the season recap review things, since I'm only reviewing like one movie. But yeah, anyways, let's get on with it. So the movie takes place between season 2 and season 3, and there's actually an episode in season 3 that is a build up to the movie. It's a filler episode that also takes place between season 2 and season 3, so that's like where this takes place in terms of the timeline of the series. And the premise of the movie is that Deku is going with All Might to this place called Island. Don't know why it's called that. I think they might have explained it early on, but yeah. Also, at the start of the movie, All Might, he's having a dream about like his younger days when he was a hero, or training to be a hero in America, and he had a friend or sidekick or whatever named David. They just call him Dave. But yeah, so that was pretty cool. But yeah, Deku and All Might, they're going to an island because All Might, I think he was invited there, or he was just planning on visiting Dave since Dave works there. The island is this really big man-made floating structure where scientists work around and like they develop items, equipment for heroes and whatnot. So yeah, there's that. When they arrive onto the island, where we are introduced to Dave's daughter, Melissa Shield, that's her full name. So Dave's full name is David Shield, and yeah, she gives Deku the tour around. They meet up with Dave, and they talk about this event that's going to be happening in the island called the Eye Expo, which is, I guess, where they just show off various things and whatnot. It's basically like a very big like gaming or tech expo, but for heroes and whatnot. So they're getting the tour around, or Deku is getting the tour around. David, he's reminiscing with All Might, and also learns that All Might, his body is, or like his quirk, or his ability to use his quirk is rapidly decreasing, and that kind of ties into events that will happen in season 3 as well. So yeah, but while Deku and Melissa are touring around, they meet up with some of the other students from Deku's class, UA, it's class 1A, I think. But it's been a while since I've seen an episode of My Hero Academia. But yeah, there's Uraraka, she's there, Yaoyorozu, Ida, Earphone Jack Girl, Electric Boy is there, Mineta, the pervert, he's also there. Him and Mineta were like doing part-time work. Bakugo, he shows up. He's like in some kind of competition, and Todoroki is there as well. Like, it's a little thing where you can just blow up robots and get like a high score. Todoroki, he ends up winning that competition. He like blows up all the robots in like 14 seconds. Bakugo gets like 15 seconds, and then Deku gets like 16 seconds. But yeah, all of those students are there. There's some other students that are on the island as well, but they don't really get any focus at all. They're just like in a hotel room whenever we cut to scenes with them. After the kids meet up, they plan to go into a formal party thing where there's going to be heroes and whatnot, and scientists, I guess, to talk about like their inventions. And All Might is also there since he's the #1 hero. And right before that, Melissa, she gives more of her backstory to Deku. She doesn't have a quirk, but she still wants to make things to help people. She gives Deku a support item that lets him basically punch things. It's a gauntlet that like attaches to his arm. It lets him use his full power with that arm. I think it's for 3 uses before it breaks, because whenever Deku goes and uses like his full power, he injures himself because he can't fully control his quirk. But yeah, there's that. And then the party happens. Also, like right before the party, like sprinkled throughout the movie, we see scenes of a shady group of people like infiltrating Island, which it's been established at this point that the island is supposed to be super safe for people. So yeah, there's a shady group going around, and obviously they're going to be involved with the main conflict. So yeah, cut forward to the party. Everyone is getting ready to go. Like all the heroes and scientists are already at the event right now. The students that are going to the party, they're basically in the reception area, except for Bakugo and Kirishima. He's also there, the guy with who can make his body like solid. He's also there hanging out with Bakugo. They somehow they attend the party or attempt to go to the party, but then they end up just lost in the tower that it's held at. So they're off doing their own thing. So at the event, at the party, the villains show up. They hold basically everyone hostage. They hack the security system of the island to also hold the people like outside of the event hostage as well. And they restrain the heroes so they can't do anything. And All Might, like right before he's about to, I guess, give the kickoff speech for the thing, he's also restrained, so can't really do anything. Then the kids, since they're not technically at the party, at the event, they're like in the reception area or whatever, they end up sneaking around, and they find out that everyone is being held hostage. The villains end up taking David's shield and his assistant Sam, whatever. He takes them and takes those two to the top. Yeah. So the students, since they're technically like not at the party, like they're in the reception, they end up climbing up the tower manually by like foot, and the tower's like 200 floors long for some reason. But yeah, we get to see them fight villains, fight security robots that have been hacked, and they basically each get their own time to shine, which is pretty nice. And Bakugo and Kirishima, they end up joining in the action too, just because they coincidentally found, they coincidentally got like tangled up in the mess because they were lost. But yeah, eventually they do make it to the top. It's just Deku and Melissa at the top because everyone else is just fighting, doing their own thing. And we find out that David, he basically orchestrated this hostage situation because his research was shut down, and he was going to use that as a ploy to get his research back, because he was developing a thing that can amplify quirks, and his intended reason for that was to help All Might, since All Might, he's losing his powers. And then he gets double-crossed by the villains, because he hired people to act as villains, but then the villains were like, nah, we're actually villains. And the leader of the villains is a guy that can manipulate metal. So Sam is like, yo, I'm betraying you and giving your research to the villains. And then the villain is like, okay, screw you too. Screw both of you, because we can sell this and whatnot. And so the leader of the villains, I don't remember if they actually say his name, but like he ends up kidnapping Dave because he is the one that made the research and he can mass produce it. So that's why he gets kidnapped for reals this time. So Deku tries to save him, can't. But Melissa ends up hacking the security system, or restoring it to normal. So everyone that was held hostage is saved. All Might joins into the fray. All Might, he ends up destroying the escape helicopter that the villain was going to use to escape in, but then the villain uses the device that Dave made to amplify his quirk. So we get to a showdown between All Might and Metal Man. I don't know his name. So as the fight goes on, the Metal Man, he's gaining the upper hand. The quirk amplifying device is like making him like super strong, and also he reveals that before the events of the movie, he actually got into contact with All Might's arch nemesis, All For One, and was given a muscle amplification quirk, which further gets amplified by the device. Basically, he's super strong. So, yeah, he continues to gain the upper hand. All Might looks like he's about to lose, but then his students show up. All the kids are like, yo, All Might, you can't lose. Then All Might's like, yes, you're right, I can't lose. So, he basically gets his heroic second win, and Deku joins up with him, and they land the final decisive blow against Metal Man. And the animation like gets kicked up during that, obviously, and it was really awesome just watching those two like work together, like seeing Deku and All Might just fight together. It made me happy. So with the villain defeated, David Shield saved, and obviously he feels remorse for his actions because he wanted to help All Might, but then it just turned into something that he didn't want. But yeah, with that, also David's like, oh man, Deku and Melissa and the kids are the future. Stuff like that. The movie basically ends, we get treated to the credits and whatnot. And yeah, I really enjoyed the movie. It scratched that My Hero Academia itch that I've been like having because I really want season 4 to come out. And it was very enjoyable to watch. Animation was, for the most part, pretty good, especially during the fight scenes, of course, because, you know, they have to go all out, like, for that in a movie, but I enjoyed it. And, yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the recap. Also, it's really hearing, like, all of the different songs from the My Hero Academia OST, like, You Say Run. Fantastic track. I love that song, by the way, but, yeah. Again, this was a good thing to tide me over until season 4, but definitely worth watching if you're a fan of My Hero Academia. And even if you're not into it, like, it gives you enough context to, like, know what's going on, like, to watch without knowing what goes on in the other series, or the other, like, seasons and episodes and whatnot. So, yeah, but it's mainly for fans of My Hero Academia. But again, you can watch it even if you aren't into, like, even if you haven't seen the rest of the series. It could even get you into the series, personally, but yeah, that's pretty much it. So, hopefully I did a good job reviewing, recapping this or whatever, but, yeah, that's